First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby in a baby carriage. For Charity, a soft-spoken beauty from Kaumoto, a small town in Sabaha in Malindi, and Emmanuel, a front office cashier from Masangoni in Kilifi County, that old playground song didn't go as planned.
We have had challenges. Our first child was a stillbirth. The second one is the one we were together. The third one died at 3 months old. It was really challenging.
So how did they get here? Believe it or not, this couple met on the roadside.
I used to come with a bicycle riding from Timboni to work.
I met her on several occasions. I felt she was the right choice.
And as they say, the rest is history. But soon, as with most relationships, this couple's relationship hit a setback.
Started staying with him in 2007. Yeah, and then I got pregnant, and I was like, how am I going to tell my dad? Because I'm not yet married, and already I'm pregnant, and my mom had just passed away. So many things were going on in my head. I didn't know what to do.
She was a bit down because of that situation, but I told her, no, it's normal. I'm taking full responsibilities.
Charity went to prepare her father with the news of Emmanuel's intended visit. But things would not go as planned.
I had not told my dad that now I'm getting married. So now when I was pregnant, I had to go and tell my dad that I've decided I want to get married. He said it's not some things that will do it today and tomorrow. I'll have to send some people. They go there, they know the background, the kind of a man he is, the parents, and they bring me the reports. And then his parents will have to come here, and so it was being a long process, of which then people would know that I'm pregnant, of which I didn't want people to know. So I said, no, what am I going to do?
Among the Giriama, the parents of the bridegroom look for the bride. Essentially, they marry the bride for the groom. Unfortunately, Emmanuel forgot that part.
When the time came for me to be introduced to their home, I did not waste that time also. I took her to her home. I met the dad. He's a very, very sharp talking guy. So what he did is told me I cannot talk to you without taking my drink. In our tradition, you don't face the dad. As in, I cannot face her dad when I'm talking issues concerning her. So that was already a blunder we made. And he was really annoyed.
Emmanuel had to comply with traditions or risk losing Charity.
I went back to my dad and I told her, that beautiful girl is pregnant, so you need to make things work as quick as possible. We don't want to make it a shame to a family.
His parents went with the dowry. They wanted to pay dowry because he told them now it's like this, she's pregnant. So they wanted to hide it so that my father will not know what is going on. So he said, no, I cannot take the dowry because I'm yet to find some things, the ones I've already told you. So if you want to get married, then your husband and you have to build me a good house, have to do this, you know. And then I said, now building a house, already I'm pregnant, how long will it take? His parents went to my grandfather without the knowledge of my father. They went there and talked to him, and they convinced him. My grandfather had to come to my father, and he convinced my father and told my father, you better take the dowry. My father accepted.
Things were falling into place. Charity's dad accepted to take the dowry, but first, call it foresight or call it superstition, he had some urgent business to take care of.
After a few weeks, he said that you can come so that I can give you my blessings, because my daughter, you are pregnant. Maybe you might get some problems during birth, and maybe they will think maybe it's me because I didn't want you to get married.
Then what her dad feared the most happened.
But unfortunately, when I was giving birth, I had problems, and finally we lost the baby. So she just came out already dead.
That unfortunate turn of events drew Charity and Emmanuel closer. Soon, they moved in together and got a second baby boy, Victor, followed by a third baby girl. Unfortunately, their baby girl passed away at a tender age of 3 months. 9 years went by and baby Victor would reopen a chapter long forgotten in the couple's lives.
Victor brought all these things now, again.
The son.
Yeah, because when the little boy died, he was already in his senses. So one day he asked, "Where's our child?" I told him he's at Matsangono with the grandparents. But again, he insisted on knowing where the child went. So one day, as he was from school, he asked, "Dad, if that child is no longer with us, we need to make another child."
But this time, being wiser, Emmanuel followed protocol.
So we had agreed as a couple that if we were to get another child, then we should get married officially in a Christian way.
Having lost 2 babies, he knew he had to seek blessings from Charity's father beforehand. He sent a delegation to visit Charity's father, and this time, Charity's father accepted and agreed to bless the couple in a ceremony known as Kuhaswa. This, they believe, will ward off any future evil occurrences.
We started the preparations. The budget was approved in earnest, and we started looking for money, which is the greatest challenge, because not all guys who turned up for the first time did turn up for the other meetings. But I thank God most of my committee members did their level best to give their contribution, even in absentia.
How about Charity's committee?
The most painful thing that my aunties, now that I don't have a mom, my aunties were not coming to the meetings.
It is the eve of Charity and Emmanuel traditional wedding. Their wedding committee is having their final meeting at Garoda Hotel, where Charity works as a receptionist. Her wedding coordinator Farida, who also works at the hotel, ties the loose ends with Ruth, the cake lady, and Nixon, the chairman of the couple's committee. With the couple planning to host a record 1,000 people in the traditional ceremony and 1,000 more for the white wedding, their job is cut out for them.
Welcome to Garoda, and this is our final committee meeting, isn't it? That's why we are meeting all of us together here to make the final touches.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen Garoda. I'm the host. I'll be giving you the venue for this event.
Yeah.
I hope it's okay for you guys. Okay, there's no any disappointment.
Ruth Carissa, and I do the cake for the bride and groom. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow first thing in the morning. By 6 I should be here, so make sure everything is ready for their day.
It has taken us 6 months to plan for that. Everything will be colorful, great. And one thing, we got this reception as a surprise because it wasn't in our budget. So it's like an offer made to us, and we managed to raise 500,000 to be able to run this and all the programs and everything that we planned to implement. We have already done that. So we actually set for this, and we thank God for that.
Working in the couple's favor, Garoda Hotel has offered the hotel serene gardens for the reception thanks to Charity's booth.
Mr. Guido, our general manager, heard it that I had a wedding because I had been talking with Farida. So he asked me, what do you want us to do? I just told them maybe I come and have a bit of the photo shooting at Garodina area, and then I go back. Then the following morning he called me and said, we don't want only you come for the photo shooting, but we like you to come and have the reception of the wedding here. I was so much happy, so grateful. I just went in the toilet, sincerely speaking, and I just tell God, Lord, I thank you. In fact, I was shedding tears.
With a great scenic view of the gardens overlooking the beach, what more could a bride ask for?
This venue, exactly where we are inside, will be only for the bridal party and 50 of our very important friends. She's the center of attraction on that day. I want everybody to admire her, as in, a wedding is not for you, it's not for me, it's not for the friends, but it's her day. She should feel special for that day. So I really want her to feel like, really, it's my wedding and I'm the center of attraction. Everybody's staring at me. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a place where Charity will feel like I was a real princess on my wedding.
Charity and Emmanuel's relationship has been marked by deep-rooted Giriama family traditions and superstitions threatening to derail their dream white wedding. They are about to fulfill their last requirement for a Giriama traditional wedding before they can have their white wedding. Charity's home is abuzz with preparations for the traditional wedding ceremony known as Kuhaswa. Charity's father will bless the couple, and this will pave way for the white wedding. The groom is late. Luckily for them, the bride and her girls are yet to finish their final touches. It is a race for time, as soon the groom will come calling.
At 2, as I told you, we are receiving the groom. We are expecting to receive him on a donkey, though he's not aware. He'll just find it by surprise there. You know, a donkey is a polite animal, and it symbolizes that he is also polite. He's coming to receive his bride in a polite way. So the donkey is getting prepared somewhere else so that before 2 it will be there. So when they reach there at Msabaha, he will be on the donkey, and then other people will be dancing, singing. They will have to come direct to this house where I am to bring the box. The box that contains my wedding gown and all the things that I'm going to use. So when they come here, maybe the door will be closed and they'll be asked to give out something. It's not just as easy as that. And then by the time they get into the house, they'll come to my room. It's just at the end there. And I'll be seated there with my best lady. So they'll have to present the box, and it has to be searched if everything needed is there, like the gown, the chain, the rings, and whatever. So basically my aunties will be doing that with the best lady.
The air is electric and alive with expectations. Among the Giriama, the wedding is not just the couple's affair, it is a village affair, and all are welcome. Thereafter, his brother, sister, and his clansmen and women will accompany him to a different house within the compound where they will have a scrumptious hearty meal. The table is set before them. The groom and his clansmen savor every delectable mouthful. Meanwhile, Charity and her girls get ready to meet the groom. Charity, looking ravishing, adorned in her traditional attire, is accompanied by her maid of honor, her sisters, and her close relatives to meet her Prince Charming. A special mat has been laid out for the couple. Here, Charity's father, uncles, and aunties will bless the couple. The bride's father gets ready to bless the couple as the couple settles onto the special mat laid out for them for the blessing ceremony. Starting with the bride, he asks her to submit to her husband at all times. He swirls water in his mouth and blows it on her chest, then on his as a sign of blessing. He does the same to the groom. In the same way, the bride's aunts, uncles, and other elders in the family bless the couple. The couple is now fully covered for their future life ahead. and they now look forward to the white wedding, which will take place the very next day. They receive presents from their parents and all their visitors assembled for the ceremony. And then, a night of bango awaits them. Charity and Emmanuel's road to their dream white wedding has been a roller coaster ride that threatened to derail at some point. Deep-rooted family traditions and superstitions rife in their Giriama culture trailed them every step of the way. They have now fulfilled all traditional requirements pertaining to the Giriama culture, and they have a blessing from Charity's father to have a white wedding. Their day is finally here, the morning of their white wedding. The bridal team is running late and tension is high. The bride has just discovered that the flower girl's shoe is in the wrong size.
Si walisema wenyewe 25 inamtosha namba ngapi hii Rachi? Yes, waliniambia 25 na nikakonfirm na wao. Huko kuna that's not my problem.
Her source of displeasure is quickly shooed away, but there is still more tension with Gladys, the makeup lady.
Gladys, you told us by 8.
It's not my problem. It is not my delay. Nimemaliza.
Yeah.
It is not my delay. Don't even mention my name. It is not.
Finally, they managed to get the bride ready, dressed in a ball gown with a ruffled skirt, embellished with crystal beads and sequins. Her bags are packed, symbolizing that she's now leaving her father. The entourage finally arrives at the church, where praise and worship tunes fill the air as it will usher the bridal team into the sanctuary. The maids make their way up the altar amidst cheers and ululations from the congregation. The bride finally makes her way down the aisle, serenaded with worship ballad from her favorite musician. She cannot help but worship. After the words of wisdom from the presiding bishop, the bride's father and aunt, since the mother's bride is deceased, present her to the groom, who is accompanied by his father and mother. Notice the bride's aunt and groom's mother have identical outfits. The couple can now exchange their vows.
Namchukua Charity Dama kuwa mke wangu wa ndoa.
Nami nitakaa naye siku zote za maisha yangu.
Will there be a kiss? This wedding will not have one but 2 cake cutting sessions. This first one is a celebration of the vows they have just exchanged. The second cake will be at the reception, where they will share with everyone invited. They can now head to Temple Point Hotel, where Emmanuel works as a front office cashier. A photo shoot and a boat ride await them. Despite the bride having grown up at the coast, she still has jitters about the ocean. The groom swiftly puts her fears to rest with a warm, reassuring hug and kiss. And with her apprehension tucked away, the party can sail away. They finally reach the farthest point, and it's time to head back. The boat ride is a success. The team is all relaxed and heads back to join their visitors. The wedding party heads straight to the high table that overlooks the scenic view of the beautiful ocean. With a guest list of 1,000 people, the couple went all out to ensure each of their guests has a hearty meal, as is the tradition among the coastal people. However, the process is proving to be painstakingly slow, evidence of the long queue of guests still being served lunch. Finally, everyone is served and it's time to cut the cake. Having met all traditional requirements amidst great loss as well as immense joy, Charity and Emmanuel's true love truly conquers all. We wish the couple a lifetime of love and bliss.